Good morning, another beautiful day in Puglia. Today I'm visiting Claudio Quarta wineries because first stop is here in Lizzano at Tenuta Emera, and then I will go to Salento to the other winery they own there. So let's go. This is the tasting room inside the estate. This old masseria. Look how classy and beautiful, guys. And the view on the vineyards. Lovely. So, as I told you guys, we are here at Tenuta Emera, or Emera. Okay, Emera. With she's Alessandra Quarta. She's the daughter of the owner and founder of Cantina Claudio Quarta, and this is the Tenuta they have in Lizzano, close to Taranto area. Okay, so this is a beautiful estate. It was old masseria, right?
Yes, exactly. We restored it 4 years ago. And the old stable became a tasting room.
Yeah, we went in.
And here we are surrounded by all the aromatic herbs from the Mediterranean area. So
I just learned the name of this one, which is Santorina, and it smells amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have rosemary, we have some fruit, and we have also these alberello trees of Primitivo.
How old are these vines?
They are more than 40 years old, and we saved them from a transplant. So they were taken away from their homeland, and we said, come guys, we'll take care of you. And each one of them was able to reproduce and adapt
regrow
to this new
here.
area. Exactly.
Okay, nice.
So we have some, but we only make some jam with these Primitivo.
Okay, so it's not for wine production. It's just
we don't have
to see.
Here. So all the vineyards are around us. There are 5 hectares here at Tenuta Emera, and there are 70 hectares at Casino Nitti, where we will go in a few minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
So we are super close to the sea. We are less than a mile away from it. And this whole area once was underwater. So it emerged, and it brought with its immersion the characteristics of the marine soil. So basically this is tufo, but it's made with the current, the earth that we found and the sand. So it's full of marine fossils, as you can see. And we will find many of these fossils also in the vineyards. So it's pretty amazing, and they are enrichment for the plants too.
Yeah, of course. Okay, here we are, guys, at Casino Nitti, which is part of the Tenuta Emera vineyard, and we are here with Alessandra, that you already met, and with Claudio Quarta, who is the owner and founder of the Tenuta Emera and all the Claudio Quarta estates, because it's not only this one. And tell us something about that building that you have there, which is an historical landmark here, right?
Oh yes, so the name is Casino Nitti because it was owned by Francesco Saverio Nitti, who was the first minister after the First World War in 1919-1920. Yes. It was built up in the 16th century, so it's very old. And here there was the culture of making wine, of cultivate grapes and making wines. And in fact, we can see that we have an ancient place where wine was made inside the Casino Nitti. So here altogether we have 150-160 acres of grapes cultivated with different varieties, white or red, but basically red.
Okay, and how did you choose what to plant here when you purchased the land?
Oh yeah, so actually this is a good question, and I have this sheet of paper. You can see that we have done a study that spanned for 1 year more, and then we have made different samples, and
Okay.
all the property has been divided into 17 different areas.
Okay, based on the soil composition, the microclimate, this kind of
based
okay.
on soil,
Interesting.
based on soil composition, based on the capability of ionic exchange of the soil, which is the capability of the soil to actually to contain organic matter.
Okay, and which varieties ends up to be the best to grow here? Which varieties did you
Actually,
choose?
Primitivo is the
Primitivo,
best variety.
and it's the
Primitivo
native
is the best one.
variety.
In fact, the Primitivo, we make a Primitivo that is called Primitivo Oro, gold Primitivo. That
Oh,
is
wow.
the most important wine for Tenute Mera. And also we cultivate Negramaro and also international varieties. We have some blend with among the indigenous and international varieties. But it's very important to define the soil, and in order to choose not only the variety but also to choose the rootstock, the American rootstock, and the different clones for each variety.
Okay, here we are at Casino Nitti, the old building we saw before from the vineyards, and as you can see, everything is original in here, and they will be renovating it in the next months and years. But we can see here that what is this system? It's called palmento, right, in Italian.
Yes, so this
It
is
was-
the system to allow people to push the grapes
Yeah,
by foot and then
to stomp the grapes.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is millstone. In fact, this is the window millstone because the grapes come through the window. So they are taken from the field and then they come here and then used to be pushed by foot and then transferred into the other room here, and where we can grapes were used to be squeezed, to be pressed much more instead of to extract all
To
the
extract
juice.
all the juice. Oh, il torchio, quello, the old torch.
Wines.
Wow.
So this is the old method.
So we're talking about like beginning of 19th century.
We believe it's the beginning of last century.
Okay.
Actually, we want to start to make a particular wine made in this way,
Ah,
but
yeah.
with the modernity. So we want to have a system to keep the juice cold during the
The
pressing.
stomping, let's say, the
Exactly.
pressing. Yeah, fascinating. Like they do something like that in port for the production of port with the base wines. They stomp it with the feet or with mechanical stomping machines now. But yeah, it's fascinating. Wow. I can't wait to see how it will turn out after renovation. It's beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. So now we go downstairs in the, let's say, barrique room. What was the barrique room actually? And the wine was falling down by gravity through like openings in the floor at the upper floor. And look at this, guys. Oh, wow. These were like underground cistern with the big barrels there for aging the wine. They are still here. Wow. So here, guys, we are on the top of Casino Nitti, on the tower, and here you have the view of the whole property, all the estate with the vineyards. There's a balcony on the vineyards. It's amazing. Wow. And this is the experimental area of Claudio Quarta vineyards and wineries, and he was explaining to me that here there are more than 500 varieties, indigenous varieties of Italy. Italy and the Mediterranean area as well. So you are studying how they behave in this particular terroir. Exactly. Yeah. And then you choose which one to plant in your vineyards based on the research you're doing here. But not only, they're also experimenting with the wine graft and with the Georgian varieties there, that you can see the baby vines there, that are resistant to diseases and peronospora and iodium, right? That's the diseases. So if they can find the way to graft these Georgian varieties with the Mediterranean, the Italian varieties, they can create a more resistant rootstock of the indigenous varieties of Italy. That's the aim.
And actually we will try to transfer the resistance to Phyllosteroideo, actually to the indigenous varieties, in order to have the green agriculture, the real green agriculture, without any pesticides.
Great, that's great. Wow, more than 500 I think is a kind of a library of the Italian native varieties. 500, wow.
Actually these rootstocks, if I can add something, are rootstocks that have been selected by University of Milan of series M, M1, M2, M3, M4. M stands for Milan. And actually they give resistance to drought, to the increase in temperature, and this is particularly important for developing in the more area, in new area or in the old area, a better quality of grapes.
Yeah, and with the change of climate also, that's very important to have drought-resistant varieties. That's amazing. Wow, this is the wine temple, huh? This smell in here. Wow. There is music playing. Wow. So, which kind of wine is aging here?
It's mostly Primitivo. Then we have our Sud del Sud, which is a blend. And Negromaro normally does a shorter passage in oak barrels.
Okay. And there is the music you're playing, and is just for, let's say, entertaining, or you believe that somehow
entertaining the wine.
Yeah, right. That somehow influence the wine aging.
It's pleasant for us, and it probably has an effect on wine too. So why not believe it?
Yeah, that's really romantic and poetic. We started tasting with Amore.
Our blend of Fiano and Incrocio Manzoni Bianco.
Okay, and we have this light lunch with the local focaccia here.
With
and
olives
we have,
and anchovies.
We have eggplants.
Eggplants are your favorite.
Bell peppers, and we have the fried sage.
And the pettole.
And the pettole, which is a dough, like fried dough, and the zucchini, and this stunning view. So we are ready for wine. So now we are in Salento area, in Salice Salentino AOC appellation area. This is Cantina Moros, the let's say sister winery of Claudio Quarta of Emera, where we were this morning. And in this winery they produce, hi Alessandra, this wine which is Moros, so one wine, one winery and one single vineyard, right? Because you have 1 hectare of vineyard and you produce around 6,000 bottles of this wine. So it's very
little production and unique terroir.
Yeah, so also the label says in Italian un vigneto, one vineyard, una cantina, one winery and one wine. So it's basically the winery was born just to produce this wine from 1 hectare of vineyard. Wow, so I can't wait to go and visit the winery.
Totally. le pareti sono state colorate dal vino contenuto all'interno per decenni.
Quindi siamo dentro le vasche.
Dentro le vasche è tutto il vino.
Spettacolo. So we are inside the cement tank that were used to ferment the wines. Look at this, guys, wow. And actually the walls are this color because of the wine it was fermented here in the past. So beautiful, beautiful. And as you can see, there are the openings here that we saw from the other side. This is the famous 1 hectare vineyard of the Moros wine production, Salice Salentino. These are old vines, 60 years old, and as the tradition of Salice Salentino wants, like the tradition in this territory, is to plant like a vine of Negramaro and mixed with vines of Malvasia Nera. So the blend is Negramaro and Malvasia Nera, but the vines are planted one close to each other in the same vineyard, right, Alessandra?
We harvest them together and we ferment them together, and then we age them.
Yeah. So they, let's say, they are born together from the beginning in the vineyards.
They complete each other because the old farmers found out that the Malvasia would add a little bit of sugar and sweetness and smoothness to the Negramaro. It was known to be harsher.
Yes,
so perfect combination.
Yeah.
Marriage.
So this one is 60 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some of them are in better conditions than others.
Wow, that's beautiful.
They do transmit so much history.
Yeah.